Okay, so you're here with Mary and Elaine, the Quantum Connectors, and we're here to deliver some deep quantum healing for ourselves and for our loved ones around us. And yeah, we're going to get started. Elaine, did you have anything you wanted to say?
Yeah, we're gonna go in the quantum field and like as a seer. So Mary's gonna ask the questions and I'm gonna answer, but I'm gonna answer with my higher self, and then the person that's asking the question, so that would the person I guess would be the client. Their question is also going to be answered by their higher self, but I'm going to be the receiver.
Wonderful.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to get started with just a couple of breaths together. So Elaine, whenever you're ready, I will invite you just to close your eyes down and you um, be coming into your hypnosis state. Yeah, so let's just land in the space with three nice, deep, clearing breaths. So we're going to inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth, sigh it out. And again, deep inhale in, exhale, sigh it out. One final one, deep inhale in, and exhale, sigh it out. Let's just take a moment to land in the space this evening. Become aware of the space in front of you, behind you, and far beneath you. So just coming into the body and just connecting the body into the space. And each breath just sending waves of calming energy down through the body, letting the cares of the day just fade away. Just following my voice as we gather here now in this safe and sacred space. I ask that only the highest and most divine, original source energy expressions and beings be allowed to participate. I invite Elaine's guides, angels, cosmic and soul family, Elaine's higher self, and Elaine from the future as an ascended master to join us today. Also, I invite my guides, angels, cosmic and soul family, my higher self, and myself from the future as an ascended master to assist and participate in our journey of the day. We send our gratitude to the ancestors of the land. Thank you, light beings of 100% in service, guides of the land, star beings, ascended masters, dragons of peace, Mother Earth, archangels, higher self angels, the eternal living light of the divine presence, God source, heart of service to the light of unconditional love. We open the field with full protection and alignment to the highest sovereign light. I call upon guides, angels, and divine light beings to walk in co-creation with all the beings, spirits that reside within this house, building, land, or through this internet connection. This transmission is being cleared within and of the energy to bring in the light, to clear the energy, to bring in its highest vibration. And now that we are surrounded by all of our combined team, we ask that our energy amplify our intentions for our session across all realms of multidimensional reality, and we ask for the most benevolent outcome for all.
Yeah, everyone's here. So this is the eternal living light. So we're 100% of service, and Elaine is associated, and so is Merit. So we are going to open all the records. So we will open the tapestry. We're going to open the Temple of Healing in Colors and Lights. And we're also going to open the Akashic Records. We have consent from everybody's higher selves. And you may proceed.
Both Mary and Elaine, I kind of have this like over intensity with eating and kind of weight gain, a little bit of weight, all going around circles. And like what I've been thinking, and Elaine actually said it this evening, was to be moved to a more of a breatharian lifestyle and way of living. Like I actually have more energy when I don't eat,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is funny. My body is clear, my mind is clear,
Mhm.
but it's almost like compulsive eating. So just I don't think we both need to be eating as much, and we can just trust that like even when I just have soup, I just, blend everything up and have more liquids. And tell us more about that, or how do we activate our Betharian bodies? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's the original design. So the original blueprint of the human being on human of the humans were breatharians, and then
Mm,
with water they didn't need actually to eat and to chew. That was like we're going to call that there was an overlay placed on human beings from an outside source, not God source, but another source, another set of beings. So the
mm,
Anunnaki actually are the beings, and they're the ones that place this kind of overlay over human beings to be eating. So then there's this big obsession about eating, the cost of food. They're always playing with the cost of food to create fear for everybody that there's not enough food, and then there's scarcity with food, and then they're making everything really expensive, and then they're getting rid of the farmers. And anyways, that's from them. So we're going to visit them. We're going to pay a visit because you and Elaine have both asked about that. And so other human beings have been asking as well. They've been wanting to fast, and then how much do we need to eat, and do we really need to eat? And so actually lots of people have been asking that question. And so the answer is, yeah, you don't need actually very little, much less than you were told or have been told. But there has been this overlay, like think of it as okay, so we want to be careful with the words, but okay, so overlay, let's say, like a blanket has been put over human beings, and it's like an electrical blanket, and it sends these currents, you need to eat, you need junk food, you need snacks, you're starving, you're needy, you need. And it's not even
mhm,
food anymore. Most of it's not even food. We're like, what are those things, that's like, anyways, it's not even food. So it's gone so far. They've gone very far with this. But it's causing a lot of fear on earth, and it's causing a lot of people to be afraid of food, to be afraid of their bodies, to be constantly afraid they're going to starve. So we're going to visit them. they're, they're not going to like the visit, but we're going to visit them anyways. And we're going to tell them that actually that overlay is to be removed. So this compulsion, it's almost like eating cardboard. So much of the food is like cardboard. We're not even seeing it as food. So like fruit from the trees is food. Vegetables from the earth are food, so we're not even seeing it as food. So, but it's created a compulsion and an addiction. But how do you stop eating? With an addiction, you have to stop the addiction. Like it's hard if you have an addiction to do a little bit of your addiction. It's a lot easier to just stop for like, I don't know, we're saying 20 or 30 days, even 2 weeks. If you have an addiction, you can stop whatever that addiction is. If you can be any addiction. Like we're seeing sex addiction is really big right now on earth. And anything you can just stop, stop for 2 weeks, 20 days, 30 days, and just give your system a chance to detox that addiction. So we're going to remove the compulsion, but that was added. That is not part of the original blueprint for human beings. So that can be with the source reset. And then we're going to go talk to the ones that placed they can't do a blueprint, so we're not going to give them that kind of credit. They can't do a blueprint, but it's like a blanket, it's like an electrical, it's like they send out these pulses like, you're going to starve, you need to eat, eat plastic, eat fake food, like eat chemicals, like get addicted to chemicals, like they're sending these pulses out to create these. It's like what happens is like for human beings, it's like a prod. You're constantly, like it's like 8 o'clock, and then Elaine gets this message like, oh, you're gonna starve. You need to eat. And it's like, well, the sun's already gone down, so why do you need to eat? The sun has gone
Mm-hmm.
down, and so you're getting ready to go to bed, and you don't need to eat. But she gets these messages as soon as the sun's going down. Oh, you have to eat. You have to eat. You're gonna starve. You're gonna starve. And it's like this compulsion. Where is the compulsion coming from? It's kind of spread through this wired network. It's like a blanket. And then they send out these pulses. So we're just gonna, yeah, they don't like it. So yeah, Elaine's feeling a lot on her crown because they're like trying to stop her conversation with us, but they can't stop her conversation. It's already happening. So they can't. So we're saying no. We're saying no.
Mm-hmm.
They need to recede. So they just kind of all came all at once. But she's safe and you're safe. Everybody's safe. They're like flies. Don't be so afraid of them. They're not, their bark is worse than anything. They're very bossy. So we're saying you must recede now. So they are. They just didn't, they know once it's spoken, it's out there, and then they can't retract it. So, but anyways, it's done because it's spoken. So they're like trying to get it retracted. It's not retracting. Anyways, it's time. And we're hearing it from many people. Many people, this fear of food, how expensive food is, how much food do we need to be eating, this compulsion to eat and drink. And, it's like, okay, so we're just clearing the bodies. So we're just using Elaine like a template. So for the body, the human being body. And then yeah, we're just releasing it, we're unwinding it, and it hits the nervous system. So that we're just unwinding her nervous system right now, which is unwinding actually everybody's nervous system who says yes, they want this removed from them. Because, of course, why would you want to keep it? It's just, it's making you super miserable, this compulsion. So we're just removing it from the nervous system. So it's going to the original design. We're going to call it the original blueprint. There's nobody that can change the original blueprint. So they tried to alter, they tried to change, but all they can do is do overlays. Well, that's the right word, overlays. But anyways, and then they send these electrical currents. So they're very agitating for the human being. It's like, cattle, if they get bossed around, they use these electrical prods to boss them and push them around. It's like that. They're doing that with the human beings. So we're like saying no, like it's enough. It's already been spoken. It's been spoken. So they
Thank
had a
you.
bit of a fit, but they're fine. they're they
Thank
have no
you.
choice. Yeah, they have no choice. So, but Elaine's hot right now because there was a lot of pressure. They put a lot of pressure to see if she would retract, and she didn't retract. So she's already spoke with us first. And we're always faster. And remember that, we're always faster than anybody. So yeah.
Thank you.